Bulletin News today call for medical faculty at SINU by 2027. 18 students receive security studies certificates. New 24/7 market opens at Henderson. And in sports, Uso Tasi qualifies for Coral Coast Fiji Sevens. Hello and welcome. I'm Ursula Nongebatu. First up, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele met Auditor General David Dennis on 5th December in Honiara to receive an update on the 2023 Pacific Games audit. The briefing, joined by the National Hosting Authority, KPMG Fiji, and Deputy Auditor General Vincent Misi, confirmed that audits from 2020 to 2021 are complete and that final queries and audit opinions are now being prepared. KPMG explained that delayed information caused the slow progress. The government says the audit will be completed and released to Parliament and the public once all phases are finalized. In Parliament today, Monday, leader of opposition group Matthew Wale called for establishing a fully fledged medical faculty at Solomon Islands National University by 2027, citing the country's growing population. Health Minister Paul Popora Bosowai said he has begun discussions with Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea counterparts on the proposal.
This is what we need in the region. I'm already in discussion with the Vanuatu counterpart. Even in my recent trip to Fiji during the WHO, we also explore who are interested, like for Fiji and PNG, they already have their faculty. I'm also in discussion with my counterpart in Papua New Guinea if we can increase the quota of our intake of our medical students there. So these are some things that are in discussion. I will next year visit medical faculty in Papua New Guinea, because in terms of the practice, the context of practicing medicine is quite similar. So those are some of the in discussion. So I actually flew with the Minister of Health in PNG to Solomon Islands with this discussion, and we are exploring that opportunity. Another one is to have a Department of Medicine within SINU, to which we are having the idea of doing it, but we need to calculate the economy of it on how we would be able to do that. Studying medicine or producing medical doctors are not cheap. It's not cheap here in Solomon Islands and of course in the region, but those are opportunities that we are exploring. And I thank you for the questions that is put forward. And I do take note of your suggestion for us, the government, to push the idea quickly.
The clinical fit out of the new Naha Birthing and Urban Health Centre is now underway, ahead of its opening in the first half of 2026. Australia's former High Commissioner, the Minister for Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, Kathy Norrie, and Honiara Lord Mayor, Eddie Siapu, toured the facility last week. Minister Norrie said the modern centre will improve maternal and general health care for Honiara's growing population. Health officials say preparations are on track to ensure staff and systems are ready when the centre is handed over in April. Australia says more than 200 Solomon Islanders helped build the climate-smart, earthquake-resilient facility, and work continues to ensure it is fully equipped and operational. The complex includes an urban health centre and a 24-hour birthing centre, which will open in stages for patient safety. 18 students from the National University of Solomon Islands received certificates in security studies today, Monday, during a graduation ceremony held at the Heritage Park Hotel. The group is inaugural cohort to complete the country's pilot program in this field. The event was attended by National University Vice-Chancellor Dr. Transform Angorao, Permanent Secretary for Education, Frank Rody, Dean of the Faculty of Education and Humanities, Dr. Patricia Rody, and Australian High Commission Minister Councillor, Cameron Dara. In his remarks, Dr. Angorao highlighted the importance of developing national capacity in security through education.
This evening, we have witnessed the birth of a new cadre of security leaders for Solomon Islands. This ceremony, I know, is both inspirational and humbling, and we are inspired by your success and humbled by the significance it carries for our nation's future. And as I look at you, our awardees, I see more than the individual certificates that you will be receiving in your hands. I see the embodiment of hope and resilience. I see problem solvers and peace builders who will strengthen the foundations of our beautiful country.
The program, supported by Australia, aims to strengthen national and regional cooperation in security training.
And while the postgraduate course goes from strength to strength in 2026, Australia will provide support for SINU to scope out the proposed Security Studies Institute. And you can already hear the Professor Transform's passion for this project. It is an exciting project. Ultimately, it will deliver a Pacific-first security institute that will serve as a hub for the region. And like the pilot, it is an idea whose time has come. To Professor Transform, to Permanent Secretary Galakale, Commissioner Mangau, Director Akasawa, and the many other leaders amongst you from the Solomon Islands academic and security sectors. Thank you for your vision, and thank you for your leadership in making this program a reality.
A new 24/7 marketplace opened at Henderson in East Honiara over the weekend. Tenants and members of the surrounding community gathered to mark the occasion. Built by Mango Information Service Company Limited, the facility includes 53 lock-up rooms designated for selling food, arts and crafts, clothing and fresh produce. The new market is expected to provide farmers, artisans and local vendors with a reliable space to showcase their products. Tenants say the building offers opportunities for women and small business owners to generate income and support local economic activity.
Ose luluk lomi bahem help him every other farmers and me fala also other women where me fala like for make them small business.
Like most locals or like doing small things block it up, but space is one of the problems. So provided the space and one fala really great boost and opportunity for local Solomon Islanders.
Happy too much, challenge too much because we got market on the streets no more. And we got a rare to find a place for market, but it's hard for me fala. At least we will come and we will get a space here. So we will have a place because we will get a good future for me fala.
By him helping me fala for help him me fala for paying school fee, providing food on the table for family, yeah, or the small things, maybe school fees and other things the same.
Sustaining me fala for helping me follow financially side of the school fees, lot of beginning, and that is why me fala looking that him baraba me feel happy to mas lo this fala small setup, yeah.
This environment him nice, him and feel comfortable, and then also ota giving me fala free water, free power. So me fala hope that me fala benefit from whatever me fala sell them out or any product when me fala sell them, me fala but him help them too family and me fala too.
We must take a stewardship for look after, make him last and him good for him too, yeah. Around the surroundings and for others, for him become one of our recommended place like, oh, let's go up to the Henderson local market, yeah, kind of thing.
The facility also accommodates a malaria laboratory, strengthening local health services. To obtain their rooms, tenants paid a $3,000 bond along with a monthly rent of $2,000. Honiara's Western Province community today celebrated the 44th anniversary second appointed day today at Panatina Cultural Village with the theme Inclusive Development through Community Partnership. Guest of honor, Deputy Premier Brian Lotikana, called for greater unity and collective effort to drive future development across the province.
Western Province is indeed a very blessed province. With its abundant resources, strategic locations, and of course, our forefathers have foreseen in allowing our land for our development. We are now reaping the rewards as a result of those early interactions and exchanges with our missionaries, early traders, and of course, the early colonial government. This has made it easy for infrastructure developments to break progress without much hindrance. I therefore would like to thank the national government and all our donor partners for the contribution to Western Province through the many infrastructures that have been constructed in recent and of course over the past years in Western Province.
Despite heavy afternoon rain disrupting the program, Kolobangra Island performers delighted the crowd with vibrant traditional dances and cultural displays as the only group able to perform today. Other island groups were unable to showcase their performances due to the weather. Organizers have confirmed the celebration will continue tomorrow morning with a full lineup of cultural performances and activities.
We will celebrate the second appointed day in Western Province. By the way, name me Caroline Samuel, me blo Rendova, half Kolobangara. Me falama host blo this year 2025. Celebration of second appointed day mean a lot of things to Yumi people of Solomon Island. So today I'm happy to myself because me falama host. So me happy to myself. Waiting other island groups, other islands, Western Province. When we come together, celebrate and happy waiting na province lo celebrations mifala.
We thinking big day province Yumina today. So some identity mifala, huna mifala. So mifala today fakam here for representing na group sotla.
Okay. What we sabi to pick him out of this one is him help for unifying Mifala. But then back in our provinces, in our province, in the islands, when we look back to our islands, we would like to see the real development him take place as the theme of this year him speak lots about him.
One important thing for me is by the outlook is about thing is that one important thing is that so that every island, Western Province, we come together for come showcasing now every cultures and tradition blow Though every culture blow Western Province but similar, but then this is how we will do it. Every similarity, we will have to put him outside for people are looking. So like we will have to go singing and dancing and whatever. Very important so that we can hold them up identity or say what cultures belum we will sabi hold them together.
Tomorrow, please, if you stay around and renting for dream, come down Lofopa because there will be so many islands from Scotland to Marovo, but a dance tomorrow.
The anniversary highlights community partnership for inclusive growth in Western Province. Francis Deve has been named one of 3 recipients of Japan's royal decorations announced last Friday. He received the Order of the Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Rays for nearly 4 decades supporting Japanese search missions to locate and repatriate the remains of World War II soldiers, a commitment he began in 1986. 2 others were also honored. Willie Bessie, awarded the Order of the Rising Sun Silver Rays, recognized for work he and his late father carried out since 1980, and Matomui Liliau, who received the Foreign Minister's commendation for supporting search missions and maintaining Japanese war memorials on his property since 2006. After receiving his award, Francis Davis said he was honored and proud, describing the work as something he has never regretted.
Yeah, I think one of them actually happened nice. Me and Wakablomia, me for receiving every reports. Important reports will come from people at the Digi or go garden find them remains. But calling me coming. So me must go Kasim Lodea, certify him, fill him up with forms here, ask him what, negotiate with him what if me was have taken what the remains here from sites. I think it's a very big surprise for me. Me working for 40 years, I'm through me work with him, but me knows looking at him, what me be me, him enough for it. But me thinking about him now, time me go school in Japan, and not spending big money too much for me, So also me look for how I'm should help him back. I've got the people there who should my big selling not give for me go school all the way. And also me looking for importance below Wakayam, see nothing must station with Wakayana for helping multiple people should help me too education below me. I think him now main idea behind why me committed now for helping water. And at that time also me no looking too that anybody's have been that all Waka. It's looking how to strangle the first time to come here. Hey, it take a long time for good. And people will have a liar too, know you mean? And then also time you do awareness, explain them good. Then people just realize, hey, it's trying for helping people. I think that's why we're happy to much them.
Carols in the Islands 2025 was held in Honiara over the weekend, drawing thousands to DC Park for a full day of activities. The free community event featured family entertainment, food stalls, a Santa float parade, local performances, and special guest appearances from artists including Vanessa Kwai, Jaro Local, and Mishan. The program showcased continuous carol performances through songs, hymns, and dances, and concluded with a fireworks display to mark the 2025 Christmas and New Year season. In regional news, rare conjoined twins from Papua New Guinea underwent a 7-hour separation surgery in Australia on Sunday, but only one survived. Tom and Sawong were flown from Port Moresby to Sydney last week for urgent surgery after Tom's condition deteriorated. Family spokesperson Yogan Ra said Sawong is stable while the parents are grieving the loss of Tom. The twins were joined at the lower abdomen and shared key organs, with Tom facing multiple serious health complications. South Korea is to hold talks with diplomats and officials from Pacific Island countries next week in Seoul. According to Korea Times, the talks will feature representatives from all 18 member countries and territories of the Pacific Islands Forum. Discussion will reportedly include looking at ways to promote cooperation in various fields, including climate change, fishery, and personal exchanges. A feature of the talks will be the 6th Korea-Pacific Islands Foreign Ministers meeting on Tuesday, which Peter Chanel of Solomon Islands is to co-host with his South Korean counterpart, Cho Hyun. That's local and regional news. Stay with me. Up next is sports. Welcome back in sports. Over the weekend, the Solomon Islands Uso Tasi Rugby Club claimed a 19-15 victory over Yalovata Spearheads in their final qualifier match at the Super Sevens tournament held at Lawanga Park in Singatoka, Fiji. The team demonstrated exceptional fitness and skill throughout the match. Following their strong performance, the Uso Tasi Rugby Club has secured qualification for the 2026 McDonald's Coral Coast Fiji Sevens, finishing in the top 7 alongside other leading teams in the Super Sevens competition. That's Tavuli News. If you have any scoop you would like to share, do send us an email at newsdesk@tavulinews.com.sb. Or if you missed out on any of our stories, you can still revisit our social media platforms. I'm Ursula Nogaberto. Thanks for joining.